Hey friends, I just wanted to give you a video right in front of where my home is right now. This is where we live, but I wanted to tell you a little bit of a story about Bible translation. I want you to hear it from me. So, the thing is, the question we have to ask ourselves is, why does Bible translation matter? And even for me, I had to start by asking that as well, right? So, I'll walk with me, and I want to tell you a story. So, one of the stories I learned is about a story about Bible translation in the Philippines, with a people called the Tboli people. So, the Tboli people believed in life after death. They had a sense of that, and one of the things that they had about the story of life after death was that eternity. This world was connected via eternity by a bridge, right? And so the way that you get from this world to the next by the bridge is by crossing that bridge to get towards eternity. Well, the thing is that there was an evil spirit on that bridge, right? And so on that bridge is an evil spirit, and it would push off people into the abyss below. And so one of the ways they believed that they could actually get around from this thing, from this evil spirit, is with light. And so what they would do is that they would have that light. They can cross a bridge. So they would actually start with their kids, and so they would take kerosene and swabs of kerosene and swabs of cotton swabs, and they would put those swabs onto the kids, and they would burn them, right? And so the more burns you have on your body, the more light that you can have, and the safer you can cross the bridge to eternity. Well, this was something that was believed in while Bible translators were translating scripture. And they got to the point where they translated in the Gospel of John, where it says, right, Jesus says, "I am the light of the world." Right? Jesus says that he bears our scars. And so if you were to go to this people group now, you would see that there would be families of people, Tboli families, kids who are unscarred. And if you were to ask them, why are what changed, what happened? They would tell you that Jesus is their light, right? Jesus bears the scars of their sins. And that's what they believe now. And that's the power of what translation can do, right? Because they were able to hear that in their own heart language, that they could actually believe that and walk in that in fullness and in truth. And this is a really special story to me, because if you see on my arm and stuff, I have psoriasis, and I bear a lot of scars on my body. And scarring is painful. And that there is a gospel that actually alleviates physical pain for people. Now, before this, they didn't have any access to the scriptures, and now they do, right? So another little side note to this whole thing that actually connects up to me is that the New Testament in one of these languages in the Philippines, right, was translated by this woman named Jacqueline Huggins. She was on the team, but she was the first African American woman to translate the New Testament scripture. And this speaks to me, right? She's from Dallas, Texas. If you get to meet her, I can't wait to get the chance to meet her. But part of my job with Wycliffe Bible Translations, the Translators USA, is to find Jacquelines. Like, I want to find these people that I think within my own community, within my own culture, there are people who are ready to see the Bible translated around the world, to see that very same transformation that we saw with the Tboli people. I think we're just ready. And when I think about Africa, I find out that there's, over 600 languages still in need of some sort of Bible. They're Bible-less. And so I wanted to tell you that story because I'll be sharing more stories with you about what God is doing in transformation, because I want you all to be educated about this. And some of you all have been with me for years. And so it's like, what is this new world of work that we're doing? And even in the midst of this, I'll be sharing a little bit more about how I do work as well and what my role will play into this Bible translation movement. But with that, look forward to talking to you guys more and sharing with you about the work that God is doing. And yeah, here's my neighborhood. This is the neighborhood that I live in. I'm looking forward to connecting to you all more.